How to build an easy slime farm in Minecraft. These are the resources you will need for this slime farm. So before we get started on the farm, this is the slime farm and we have it right here. It has a total of 9 spawning platforms, which produces quite a lot of slime. Now before we get started on building this, there is 2 important things you need to know, and one is that for building this we will obviously need to have a slime chunk, which I'll show you how to find in a minute. But also to make this farm as good as possible, you will need to build this inside a chunk. But of course on Bedrock we can't see chunks, but I'm going to show you a resource pack that will allow you to see chunk borders. So the first step to this farm will of course be to download the structure pack that will allow you to see chunk borders. So to do that you will need to click the first link in the description that will send you to a page that looks like this. So then simply scroll down until you see download the latest version and then click on this. Then after you arrive at this page you will have another download link right here, so you will need to click on this and then of course you will start downloading, and after you downloaded you will simply need to open the pack. And then after you've done that you will need to click on settings, go down to global resource packs, and then it should be inside my pack, but I have already activated it so it will be inside here now. And this is of course made by Foxy No Tail, so big shout out to him. Now the second step would of course be to find yourself a slime chunk. Now if you already have one you can skip over this step, so simply skip a couple of seconds into the video. But if you don't have a slime chunk yet, click the second link in the description, which will send you to a website called chunkbase.com. After you arrive at this website you will need to click apps right here. Then you will need to highlight or pretty much click on slime chunks, which will send you to the page that looks like this. Then under version you will need to select if you are on Java or on Bedrock. I'm on Bedrock, so I'm going to choose Bedrock. And then you're also going to need to type in the seed to your world, which I have right here. Now if you don't know how to find the seed of your world, simply press escape or open up this menu, click on settings and then scroll down until you see seed right here, and then pretty much just retype this number into the website. And then after you type it in, this will automatically open up, and right here you will see a big map with pretty much a bunch of different squares, and each of these squares equals to one Minecraft chunk, and each of these green squares pretty much equals one slime chunk. So pretty much the location you're going to be building this in is fully up to you. However, I'm going to be using a 1 green chunk for this, simply because it's going to be easier to build it in 1 chunk instead of 2, but if you want to build it in 2 chunks you can of course do that. So after you've figured out which chunk you want to use, simply click on that chunk, and while you hold your mouse over that chunk, some codes will pop up right under, well, the whole thing, which you will see on my screen right now. So what you will have to do then is simply head to those codes inside your world. Okay, so I have just gone to the codes that I found a slime chunk in. So what I'm going to do now is pretty much dig straight down until about Y level 41. So just do that, and this is of course because slimes can only really spawn under Y level 40. So now that we are at Y level 41, we're going to break ourselves out a small room just to make sure we have some space. We're now going to figure out where the chunk is, so to do that we're going to place ourselves out an armor stand, equip it with a banner, and then pose it twice. Now to pose it twice you will have to shift click and then press on, or right click on it 2 times. Now no chunk borders will appear right now because obviously we are inside a cave, but if you dig yourself out 1 block or dig yourself out into the wall, some chunk borders should start to appear, which they are right here. Dig yourself out in another direction, more borders should appear any second. Boom. This way too. Let's just wait and see. They appeared right here, a bit closer, then go this way, and they appeared right here. So what you will have to do now is pretty much dig out this whole room. Okay, so after you have dug out the room that you have your slime chunk in, pretty much like this, so pretty much at Y level 41, you will need to dig down 3 more blocks until you reach Y level 38. So then do that. And then of course dig down the whole room until Y level 38. Okay, so we have now reached Y level 38, and if we head out here, we have gone into a massive cave. However, if we have reached the cave, do not worry, because we will obviously be going down quite far. So by reaching into a cave like this, we will obviously save ourselves a bit of time with mining. However, you will need to block down the cave on the outside of the chunk. So pretty much on the outside of the, wall we have inside of here, you will need to place yourself out blocks. So what we're going to do now is pretty much need to build ourselves out a platform cover in Y level 38. So pretty much while standing at Y level 39, you will need to build a big platform out of any kind of block. So anyways, after you've done this, you can simply place yourself out another armor stand again and make sure you show the chunks. Okay, so after you've done that, we will now need to find 1 wall and dig out 6 blocks going into that wall. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then you're going to need to turn a 180 around, go to the opposite wall, and then dig out 6 more blocks going into that wall. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And what you're going to need to do now is pretty much just dig out this whole wall worth of 6 blocks going backwards. And you will have to do this on this wall and of course the other wall you chose, so then do that. And also with the platforms we have right here, you're going to need to go 1 block under the platform we have right here. So pretty much dig 6 blocks into the wall and 1 block down, so pretty much like this. And then dig out the rest of the blocks like this. Okay, so now we have dug out 6 blocks going from this platform to the end right here, and that is pretty much right so far. So what we're gonna have to do now is pretty much stand next to the platform we built right here, then dig down 4 blocks, 1, 2, 3, 4, then dig down the 4 blocks we have under the platform, like this, then place a block right here, and now there should be 3 blocks between this block and pretty much this top platform. So what we will have to do now is pretty much copy what we have done on top of here with the platform and all the blocks we broke out, and do the same under here. And of course I forgot to mention one thing, but I would recommend that you place some torches on top of these platforms. Okay, so as you see, I have dug down the blocks and built a second platform I mean. So if we place some blocks right here, there's 3 blocks in between, which is perfect because big slimes need 3 blocks to spawn. And we've broken out the blocks on the side. However, since we have a cave right here, we're obviously going to need to expand the wall around here manually, which might be a bit annoying, but of course it's not going to be that much of a problem, so simply do that. And yeah, okay, so now that we are pretty much done with the second platform, well, beside out here, we're going to be building a few more platforms. Now the neat thing about this farm is that you can build it pretty much as deep down as you want, even past deep slate. However, for this tutorial and to make it a bit simple, I'm simply going to build this until we reach about Y level 0, which will be where deep slate is. So that will leave us about 9 spawn platforms where a bunch of different slimes can spawn, and that is pretty much also all the materials that I have included in the beginning. However, if you want to expand it past that or even make it shorter, that's fully up to you. However, the next step after we have done this is pretty much to continue with this platform going down. So head into the block that's next to this platform, dig 4 blocks down, 1, 2, 3, 4, dig 4 blocks down under this platform, and then dig out the rest of these 4 blocks we have under all of these platform blocks right here, if that makes sense. And of course build yourself out a platform covering this whole chunk, 3 blocks under the top platform, so pretty much platform right here, and then of course dig out the 6 blocks we have going out on these 2 sides. So anyways, then pretty much just continue to do this until you reach about Y level 0, and yeah. Okay, so now I have finished a total of 9 platforms, and after all the platforms have been built, you can obviously destroy this armor stand. But anyways, as you now see, we have a few holes in the walls that I have waited with filling in just to show you an example of how to do it. And of course I've reached the bottom right here, so this is the 9th platform. Now if you want to, you can continue deeper and even go as deep as reaching the bottom of deep slate, but I've decided to stop right here. However, as you see right here, we have reached water, but it's a really easy fix to that. Simply just block it in the same way you would with any normal cave. It's nothing special, nothing different with water. Boom, now all the water should be disappearing. And of course what you will have to do is fill in any cracks in the walls and big cave openings like this. So simply fill those in with the blocks, and then you're pretty much done with all the mining. Okay, so now that I've filled in the wall, I also have one more step in relation to building. So what we're going to do is fill in pretty much from the side walls. We're going to build 3 blocks going in and then fill in all of those. So pretty much like this. So 3 block long out from the wall we're going to fill in. So pretty much fill in something like this. So we have 3 blocks right here, as you see, same on the other side. Then of course do the same on the other side. 3 blocks going out from the side walls, pretty much like this, and boom. Okay, so then the next step after you've done this is to dig down the rest blocks we have inside here, one more down into the ground, pretty much like this. Okay, and then after you've dug this down, what you will have to do now is place yourself out 2 powered rails in the back right here, then place yourself out 2 normal railings, then place 2 powered rails, then place 4 normal railings, then place 4 more right here, turning this around, 2 powered rails, more normal railings till you get to the end, rotate this until you get to the other side, or pretty much back to powered rails, place more powered rails, and then pretty much just continue this until you get to the end. Oh, pretty much just like this, and then place yourself a powered rail at the end right here. Also, I expanded this hole 1 block too long, I apologize about that. So simply fix this up, so you should have something that looks like this. So the next step after this will be to power all the powered rails. So to do that, simply dig yourself down, and then right under the block that has the powered rail on it, place yourself out the lever, flick it on, and now the powered rails should be turned on. Then do the same in the middle right here. Let's just head under here, make sure this is all good. Yes, then simply dig forward 4 blocks, place yourself out 4 levers, turn them on as you go out, boom, like this. Now all the powered rails should be turned on. Sorry, 4 blocks, 1 more in, boom, like this. Then head out and they should be turned on. You do not need to turn these on right now, because we're going to turn those on in a minute, but then pretty much just do this, and yeah. And then when you pretty much reach these powered rails right here, you will need to dig yourself 2 blocks more into this room right here. You can can also dig out these two we have above here. Then dig down these blocks, 3 blocks, pretty much like this. Then place yourself out the double chest right here with 2 hoppers going into the double chest, and then place yourself out 2 more powered rails on top of those hoppers. Then going pretty much this way, you can break yourself a couple more blocks because we're gonna need some room, but right here I have some water, so we're gonna need to get rid of that really quick. But that is fairly simple, shouldn't be too much of a problem. Boom, like that. We're now gonna need to of course replace the powered rails. Then you're gonna need to dig down 3 blocks, pretty much going away from the chest in this direction, so away from where we have the general area of railings. And we have some more water, but we're obviously just gonna fix that up real quick by draining it. Okay, now we have gotten rid of the water, so what we're gonna need to do now is place ourselves out 3 blocks right next to where we have the top railing, and we are also going to need to dig out the 3 blocks that's right above those 3 blocks to have redstone on top of here, so you will need to do that. Then you will also need to place yourself out 1 block under these 3 blocks in the middle, and then 1 block right next to the chest right here. Then place yourself out a comparator going out from this hopper, redstone torch right here, and then 3 redstone dusts on top of here. And of course you will need to place a powered rail here again if that disappeared. So now you can simply place yourself a hopper minecart right here, and that will start going out. And then if I quickly drop some slime here to show you how this will work, this will pretty much pick up the slime, and when it goes down here it will stop, but then it will start dropping off the slime, and when all the slime has gone out from this, if we wait a little bit, when the slime has gone out, it will start moving again, as you see. So then you can pretty much cover up this. Now another thing about this before we continue is that I would highly recommend that you build yourself a door right here, or place yourself a door right here, and then have a little way going down to where we have the chest, obviously, so you can access where the slime balls are. So simply place yourself out the door right here. But anyways, after we have done this, what we will now need to do is place yourself out 2 blocks on top of the back powered rails we have right here. Expand these by 2 more going outwards, so now we should have a 2x4 block area like this. Then what you will need to do after that is pretty much cover in the rest of the open areas, or pretty much on top of the rest of the railings, with magma blocks, pretty much just like this. And also to quickly say, there has been no slime spawning while I'm building this right now, because I turned this onto Ps4 just to make it a bit easier to follow along with. And then what you will have to do after that is place yourself out 3 fences right here, 3 fences right here, and then of course 4 fences in the middle. Then expand this by 1 more going upwards in height. Then after you've done this, you will need to spawn yourself out an iron golem inside this room. Then pretty much right above where the iron golem's head is, place yourself out another platform of 2x4 like this. Then pretty much just continue doing the same thing with the fences. So pretty much continue the fences on the outline of those blocks until you have this 2 blocks high on. Also to quickly say, this platform we have right here where the iron golems are on should be the same Y level as the spawn platforms for the slime. So this is Y level 11. And this is Y level 11, that's perfect. Then pretty much spawn another iron golem, sorry, that was very wrongly built. Boom, iron golem, and then of course another roof above this using blocks. Also this can be of course built out of any block, boom, like this. So now what you will have to do is pretty much just continue this until you reach the top platform, and after you've done this on one side, you will have to head over to the other side and then do the same over there. So anyways, then do this, and yeah. Okay, so as you just see, I have finished the 2nd row of iron golems, and now the farm is pretty much done. So now all we need to do is make sure that all the platforms are lit up to prevent of course creepers from spawning here, and make sure that only slimes are spawning. So as you see, some slimes have spawned, the slime balls are falling down, and obviously they're being picked up. So yeah, already we can see that the farm is working, and another slime fell behind there. Beautiful. But a bunch of slimes have already been spawning, so we can clearly see that this works. They will be picked up soon, they did. So if we now head into here and check the chest, we have 30 slime balls already, just in the couple seconds it took for me to explain this or talk about this. Those slime balls will be picked up any second now. Jump into here. Anyways, so far over a stack of slime balls, although that stack might be from the test stack. But anyways, even if it is 17 slime balls so far, obviously with the new ones coming in. So 30 there, 30 there. That means that we already almost have a stack of slime balls while just talking about this. So yeah, this alone shows how good this farm is. Also more slime, and of course over there too. So that is pretty much this farm, guys. As you see, it's a very good farm. So anyways, that is it for this one. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.